Hello everyone, this is Sidekick Jason doing another behind the scenes feature. So today we are going to be looking at not only a set, but something interesting that I've been working on for the past little while. So if you remember from the last behind the scenes video, we were at Knapford Station, then I did that alleyway track. As you can see, we've gone back from using the tan mats to the green, and there's something interesting about the sets that I'm doing from here on out that were not in the countryside green grass sets from before, and that is these hillsides. So this is a recently completed project of mine that I've been working on for quite some time because I've always had the problem with filming on like just plain countryside because it just gets so flat and boring. And since I'm using these Woodland Scenics grass mats instead of like some type of fabric or something, I can't really mold them and shape them to create the different terrains and stuff without it, causing problems for the mat itself. So I wanted to get creative and come up with a way basically that I could still create these various sets, recreating from the classic series, without having to, make permanent hills and terrain and stuff. And it was kind of a problem because every single like model train instruction guide or book or something like basically just explains how to do it to make a permanent setup. Like when we'll go over here, I'll show you guys this. When I made this hill for season 2, I did it with the Woodland Scenics plaster cloth, and I made it so I could, move that around and stuff, which was great, but like it was permanent, set in stone. So I wanted to come up with something that would allow me to do lots of sets that I normally couldn't before, especially bridges. That was a big thing, like the pedestrian bridge that whistles and sneezes that Henry sneezes the boys under. That bridge, like it's hard to do that without having, the terrain on the sides. I can just throw lichen and stuff around it, but it just doesn't do the same effect as having actual hillside. Plus there's that one, I think they call it the country lane. I called it the hillside track when I was doing my scripts and stuff, but it's in season 3, and it's like this, but it just goes across the whole set, and you don't ever see the other side. It's just the engines going across it. I believe it's in like the opening of Henry's Forest. It's a big part of Percy's Promise, and so I wanted to be able to create that too. So I created this terrain system that was modular, that it had different pieces, and it was almost like a track system that I could connect up basically and form whatever I want. So as you can see, there's there's different parts to it and whatnot. So I'll kind of do a quick thing of it. I don't know if I really want to show every little detail of it. So it fills up 2 totes of stuff, and I created straights, curves, and slopes. So I'll I don't really want to pull stuff out. I'll just kind of explain using this. So here's one of the slopes, as you can see. If you notice, the middle on all of these are brown, and that's because they're their own individual pieces. They don't slope off to the side. That's a separate piece. So the reason why I did that was because I can do things like a raised up wooden track or something, kind of like on the seaside beach set from season 4, where you have the coast and the engines are kind of going along a raised up part of the track, the fishing village, something like that. So I made it so that way I could do that, but then use it also to create these hillsides. So these are their own separate peaks. So it turned out super, super well. It was so complicated though to make it. The straight pieces were the easiest, but the curves were horrendous. I literally had to come up with all the measurements to get the 2 tracks on here. So this is wide enough for 2 tracks to go across. And I had to create all the different radiuses to radii. well, I don't know. Anyway, so there's an inner piece, there's this slope part, and there's a reverse slope part, so that way I could actually do kind of a dip in the ground where the track goes between it. So like exactly opposite of this. So instead of being raised up, it's down below. And there's that on the outside. So I basically had to like create this it just looked like a giant pie by the time I was done with this. This huge circle with all these different rings in it. It took forever to do it. I used my old grass mat that I filmed season 2 with, and I cut it out and pasted it on all of these. So that's what we're seeing here. Because what happened was when I expanded to this bigger set, I couldn't, well, I bought a second mat because I was now using 2 instead of 1. And I realized that there was such a stark contrast between a new mat and a mat that I had used literally 2, maybe 3 years prior. So I kind of retired that one specifically so I could use it for this project. And then I bought another one. So that's why the grass mats match more. So it's harder to see the divide, especially when I cover it in lichen and stuff. But before it was like, I mean, one side looked like the grass was dying, and then the other one looked like it was having a wonderful wet season. Anyway, so yeah, that is what I've got so far on that. This is the first set that I'm really trying out. It's been a lot of fun to use. So this set is well, I called it the 3 tracks under green bridge over 3 tracks. But as you can see, there's a red bridge now. I've been kind of just switching it up for various scenes and remakes and stuff, so that way it's not all the same. But it worked out, and I've just finished filming everything on it, so I'm going to take it down and hopefully work on a couple more sets today. I'm trying to work really fast and see how much I can get done. So I hope you guys enjoy that, and we will talk to you guys later.